Well, here I am in sunny Las Vegas with some interesting Wizards announcement news. If you've been following me on Twitter, you know that I had a pretty good night last night at the casino, so that was very nice. And I knew that there's going to be a lot of announcements this week coming out of Wizards of the Coast, which makes it hard for people to, let's just close. No, maybe not. I don't know. We'll leave it kind of open. Camera's having some trouble with the light, but I knew there's going to be a lot of information dropping, and in classic Wizards form, they did it all at once. So I'm going to go through a couple of the things here that I thought were the most interesting. So Exelon, we already knew about, but we find out now that we've got dinosaurs. Actually, I am going to just close this. I think that's just better. Dinosaurs. And we've got Vraska on this plane as a pirate. So I got to say, I'm pretty excited about that. Then we have Explorers of Exelon, which is an out-of-the-box multiplayer Magic experience where you defeat your opponents along the way as you search for the Lost City. Now, I don't know if this is this kind of like the Battle of the Horde kind of thing that they had around Theros block. I'm not sure. Maybe you would know a little bit more about that. Then they released the art from Exelon Book. By the way, these art books, I really hate to shill for WotC, but I feel like they're kind of the next thing I want to collect. They're very, they're just beautiful and a fun way to remember the plane. And so they released that that's dropping in early January. Then they told us about a new duel deck. We have Merfolk versus Goblins, which drops November 10th. Now this is what's typical about all these like data dumps that Wizards does, is they don't really tell us anything about the specific set. So what I think would be pretty interesting is if we all speculate in the comment section down below what we might think each product is going to hold. Now, Merfolk versus Goblins comes out November 10th, 2017. Boy, who are we going to see on the front? Who is going to be... I know who I want to be in that set. Could you imagine if it was like Goblin Guide on the front? We know that's probably not going to happen. Then we saw another announcement for a new From the Vault. This is called From the Vault Transformation, or Transform, and that drops November 24th. And it's going to be 15 double face cards. So what are we going to see in there? Well, we know that it's going to be only newer cards. And what newer cards would we really want? I could see, really any of the Planeswalkers, Baby Jace, Liliana, I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot there that could be interesting from the Innistrad block that could fit in there with the double face. We've got double face Garrick. All these kinds of interesting things is what I suspect we're going to see in that set. Then big news for a lot of people, as I read the comments all the time. I read all of your comments, and one of the most common things people talk about is, when are we going to return to Dominaria? Well, it's been 11 years, and now Wizards of the Coast is announcing on April 28th, 2018, we're going to return to Dominaria. That's pretty spicy. It's a plane that's near and dear to my heart, and it's exciting to see what they're going to do with that. Now, we all know that there's already been... We have the Iconic Masters set. I'm going to share some commentary after I drop all this knowledge. So there's going to be another Masters set. This is going to be called the 25th Anniversary Masters set. And that drops March 16th, 2018. And it's going to be 249 cards. And it's going to have cards from the entire history of Magic. Now, of course, we can assume it's not going to include anything from the reserve list, but wow. I'm very, very excited. I was not very excited about Iconic Masters just because I couldn't really, I mean, I know they could throw some stuff in there, but 2 Masters sets in such a short period of time, as a content creator, this is exciting for me because it provides a lot of things for me to talk about. Wow. Everything except the reserve list, I'm sure people will ask, and that's incredible. We've seen this announcement already, but they talked about it again. July 20th, 2018, we will see core sets coming back to Magic the Gathering. It sounds like they're going to be powered down significantly. Core sets were always kind of referred to as these things where they're just for new players, but there always seemed to be a card or two in there that were pretty spicy. Jace Vryn's Prodigy comes to mind in the most recent set. And the biggest news, which we saw drop today, was that there will be a return of, well, not a return, but a completion of Unsets. On December 8th, 2017, which is not that far away, we will see the 3rd Unset, Unstable. Now that I kind of just went through everything that was announced today, I kind of want to talk a little bit about a couple of the important things. So one, big fan of Exelon having, one thing I didn't mention earlier, of historically accurate, I don't know, I mean that's how they refer to it, but I'm not sure like what that exactly means, dinosaurs. Very cool. Pirates of Dinosaurs, love it. The 5-year-old boy in me loves dinosaurs, and the 34-year-old boy in me loves dinosaurs. So I'm really excited about that. The Master sets, wow. I mean, 2017 to 2018 will be forever known as the Rip My Wallet, Rest in Pepperoni's My Wallet Magic Players era. I mean, this is absurd. I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm very, very excited. Sorry if I'm a little tired. I got in about 5 or 6 in the morning this morning, and I was hanging out with a bunch of you all last night pretty late. But wow, 25th anniversary master set. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, it could be anything. I'm really, really excited to see what they do with that. It's like I almost don't even care about Iconic Masters, which I'm worried about, because unless they put some real value in Iconic Masters, I'm worried that maybe it's not going to sell that well, because everyone knows that it's just going to be a few months until we see 25th anniversary Masters, which is going to be, I'm sure, absurd. And the last thing I want to talk about is the Unset. I'm a little cautious about this. It's been something people have been asking for forever. Like, when are we going to get a 3rd Unset? When are we going to get a 3rd Unset? When are we going to get a 3rd Unset? When are we going to complete the Ice Age block? And I'm nervous. I'm weathering my opinion on this, because it's like one of those scenarios where it's almost like, be careful what you wish for. Because the reason unsets, like for example Unglued Lands or Unhinged Lands, are so popular is because nobody bought them. They put these sets out and they sat on the shelves. If you were a savvy investor, you were buying these booster boxes for like $50 by the pallet load, because nobody wanted cards that they could not play in a standard format. They're not standard legal. However, if Wizards does it right, if they do some crazy stuff, like, could you imagine if they did like Invocation Stormcrows, or like super ultra rare lands? They have to do something to balance. If they're going to charge $4 a pack in today's economy, especially with all the products coming out, they're really going to have to work hard to put something in there to sell it, because you know, we've all been asking for it, but are we going to all go buy it? You know, I don't know. If there's not anything in there that I can play in standard, or something hilarious to chase, like you know, ultra rare Uncle Stiffy instead of Istvan. There has to be some value in these unsets, right? The foil full art lands, or like the foil Richard Garfield, or, you know, PhD or whatever, are enjoyed. People enjoy them. Some people play these cards in their cubes, but we have to have some value in there. Overall, very, very excited. I put off going to the Last Chance Trials, and I just ordered room service so I could record and upload this video, and then I'm going to go try and earn myself a couple buys. But wow, lots to unpack in this video. I look forward to reading all your comments in the comment section down below. Talk to you again real soon.